Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 1. Today we are going to discuss about the sustainable economy from Islam and Christianity perspectives. This is our team. My name is Damia. We have Awni Nur Atira, Siti Nur Azwa, Muhammad Haikal, and Nazrul Hakim. Introduction: Religion and sustainable economy. How do both of these are related? Religion is the personal belief, faith, and practice. Religion plays a great role in building politics and the economy, which is the growth of the world, which are the sustainable of increase in income and the prosperities of how we both living in the countries itself. Our topic focuses on two religions, which is Islam and Christianity. Islam, which means submission to the will of God, where real Muslims have faith and surrender to Allah. For Christianity, their faith is focused on the figure of Jesus Christ. Both of these beliefs have different ways in many aspects, such as their political ways, their law, and especially in economy growth. Economic growth is the increase of income and a good service from one period to time to another. Now I'm going to pass it to Mr. Nasrul. Thank you.
So thank you, Ms. Damia. Now I will present the difference between Christianity and Islam in economy. So the key difference between these two religions is riba, also known as interest. So in Islam, riba is strictly prohibited to ensure fairness and justice in transaction. Islamic finance follows Shariah's law and encourage profit sharing models like mudarabah and musyarakah. So, different between the Christianity. Christianity initially condemned this interest, but in modern Christianity, economic now, they accept it with reasonable rates. They distinguish between the excessive riba and moderate interest, adapting to changing economic realities over time.
Now I'm going to talk about the similarities of Islam and Christianity's perspective towards the sustainable economy. And one of their similarity is the concept of stewardship. According to the Christianity's perspective on a sustainable economy is deeply rooted in its theological and ethical teachings. This perspective emphasizes the moral obligation to manage the resource wisely, care for creation, and ensure that economic activities do not harm the environment or society. Based on the Bible, they state that God gave human dominance over the planet in Genesis, giving them the mandate to fill the earth and subdue it and have dominance over every living thing. This dominance is about good stewardship, not about taking advantage of others. In addition, the significance of justice in equity is emphasized in Christian social teachings, and this involves tackling economic inequalities and making certain that the advantage of economic activity are distributed equitably. Meanwhile, based on Islam's perspective on a sustainable economy towards stewardship and responsibility is specifically mentioned in the Holy Book, which is Al-Quran, that describe humans as Allah's earthly trusters, as Khalifah. In fact, I will make upon the earth a successive authority, which is Khalifah, that stated in Surah Al-Baqarah. This suggests a duty to fairly and sustainably manage and administer the resources of the planet. The Quran places great emphasis on the idea that all resources are gifts from Allah and should only be used sparingly and without causing harm. Not only that, Islam encourages risk sharing and moral investing, and it prohibits exploitative practice like riba, which is usury, and these principles support economic justice and fairness, which promotes a Besides that, Islam and Christianity have similarities towards a sustainable economy through community and well-being. In Islam, the well-being of the Ummah, which is community, is of utmost importance. The Hadith and Quran advocate for actions that promote the welfare of society as a whole, such as sustainable resource use, fair trade, and moral treatment of laborers. For instance, the hadith emphasized the duty to care for the earth for the benefit of all people when it says, "The earth is green and beautiful, and Allah has appointed you his stewards over it." Hadith Sahih wa Muslim. While in Christian ethic, which place a high value on the welfare of the group over the interests of the individual, are centered on the idea of community. Jesus' teaching emphasized the value of mutual support and care, especially the commandment to love your neighbor as yourself. Stated in their Bible, this also applies to environmental stewardships in which protecting the environment is viewed as an integral component and protecting the community both current and future.
So, hi and Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon to Dr. Rizati. So, first of all, I would like to talk about the differences between Islam and Christianity. So, for the Islam, the economic concept in Islam based on the Hadith and Quran with an emphasis of fairness, social justice, and charity. And also, the zakat requires Muslims to devote a percentage of their money to help the less fortunate, fostering wealth distribution and community unity. Islam also promotes socio-economic progress through wakaf and zakat. And for the Christianity, while the precepts of generosity and aiding the destitute are prevalent, there is no exact parallel to zakat. Christian ethics emphasize stewardship, prudent resource management, and the concept of giving back to the community through charitable deeds. And based on the scientific formations, along with biblical ethical perspective, it can help them make more informed decisions about how to use the environment for human economic progress. So for the discussions, I think in my opinion, I think Islam and Christianity both have their both pros and cons. But in terms of sustainability, I would choose Islam because it emphasizes the importance of helping each other to ensure the rich will help the poor so that there is no injustice in the community. For example, Islam created zakat. It is a unique method for coercing wealth and income transfers from the wealthy to the community's less fortunate members. And zakat also established a social security system in an Islamic civilization by ensuring a minimum standard of living for every member of the community.
In my opinion, both Islam and Christianity provide comprehensive viewpoint that via the values of stewardship, accountability, justice, and community well-being promote a sustainable economy. These religious frameworks, which demonstrate a common commitment to sustainability, support the distribution, and environmental protection. Both religions' adherents can help create a more equitable and sustainable world by focusing on these shared ideals. Even though they also have some different perspective on have various ways in order to sustain the economy, this shows the diversity of these differences are really helpful in the economic development of the country. Also, in order to form the unity of the community that live in harmony.
To my point of view, both Islam and Christianity have been emphasizing the fairness and justice concept in sustaining their economic system. In Islam, the Muslims believe in zakat to help those in need, the poor, and gives others opportunity to help sustaining the economic system. While in a Christianity perspective, they believe in promoting principles such as charity, honesty, as well as hard work to contribute to their stable and ethical economy system. Despite of the differences between the two religions, they share a deep commitment towards ethical behavior and as well as community well-being. They advocate for a sustainable economy practices that will benefit the society and the environment.
Thank you. Now I'm going to give my discussion. So, in my opinion, both of Islamic and Christianity ways of handling the economy focus on the well-being of the people. Both of these religions teach the people to take care of each other by working together as a whole by helping the people that are needed. Such as in Islam, we have zakat, where we can help those who are in poor need of money. For Christianity, they don't have the system like zakat. However, in the Bible, they are always about loving your neighbor and giving comfort to the widows and orphans. It depends on the individual how much they can afford to give it to the charity. Both religions focus on the prosperity of the environment by taking care of the environment together, which leads to sustainable economic growth. They work together and keep the good service so that the world can grow into a better environment. Thank you.
For a conclusion, the comparison between Islam and Christianity in sustaining economy has their own pros and cons, differences and similarities in their economic principles. Despite of the religious differences, Islam and Christianity provide essential ideas for creating a more sustainable economic system. By the teachings of the religious tradition, individuals and the societies should work together towards a more equitable and environmentally responsible future. Thank you.